Everyone, hope everything is going well. Today's video is going to be quite wild, but guess what? This is the channel that will discuss the Epstein files through trading cards. Okay? And if you don't like it, then go to another channel where you could learn about the pumping and the dumping, and you think it's a legit practice and you think that my channel's negative, then don't watch. All right? I talk about whatever I want, when I want, how I want. And some people just don't like it. Anyways, I got this card. This is from Cardsmiths. I can't believe they made this card, but it's Nathan Meyer Rothschild. There's all sorts of theories about this family, okay? People tend to get offended about historical interpretations. There have been Harvard professors, trying to dispel the notions of hanky-panky that went down. One of them was Neil Ferguson, and he's at Harvard, or he was at Harvard from my understanding, and he said that this family made money the legit way, no hanky-panky whatsoever. Because in the past, a lot of people said, "Yo, this guy had inside information. He used this inside information to allegedly make a lot of money." That's one train of thought. Okay, he knew that the British would be winning the Battle of Waterloo, and he bought assets before that, from my understanding, bonds. And he bought it pennies on the dollar. Once everybody knows about it, he made a lot of money because those bonds went up in value. Okay? And Ferguson says that there's no hanky-panky whatsoever. He just had great information, reliable information of financial logistics of the British war effort, okay? This is just some of the information online. You are free to believe whatever you want, but if you go on the interwebs, there's a lot of theories going on, all right? You are free, once again, to believe whatever you want. But this video is going to be talking about the Epstein files. That's right, through trading cards. Because a lot of channels will not discuss this for obvious reasons. I don't have sponsors, so I don't care. So no sponsor can tell me what to say on this channel, how I can say it. Now, some people may get a little offended and may send me nasty messages, may send me wild comments, all right, emails, whatever, DMs, but I'm still going to talk about what I want to talk about. Okay? Let's look at this. Jeffrey Epstein, right? We see all sorts of crazy things going on because the Epstein files were released, and all of a sudden we have war breaking out on the other side of the world. It may just be a coincidence, just like these loaded boxes. Just like all the other hanky-panky going down. Mere coincidence. All right? This crazy guy, right? Blackmailing U.S. politicians all over the world. But you're not supposed to talk about it. All right? And then, sidekick, right? Didn't her daddy, Ghislaine, have, what is that? McGraw-Hill? Wasn't he part of McGraw-Hill at some point, shape and form? Own it at some point? I don't know. That'd be wild. If her daddy actually did own it, like people are saying, and we're indoctrinated by all these books. Now, some people say, "Oh, well, it wasn't for a long period of time." Okay. Let's look at somebody else on the Epstein files. Les Wexner. Let me look it up online, what this guy was in the Epstein files for. Okay? I'm taking this from Grok. All right, on X. Wexner is mentioned in the deposition exhibits. This is 2024 unsealed. Jeffrey versus Maxwell, or Jeffrey, however you pronounce that lady's last name. She's no longer alive. just a coincidence that she's no longer alive right before all these files get released in bigger detail. Jeffrey alleged that Epstein trafficked her to Wexner, right? Isn't Wexner the billionaire founder of Victoria's Secret, L Brands? That Wexner, and that she had hanky-panky with him multiple times, and she was underage at that time. Wexner vigorously denied this. Okay. And, he is named. Just because he's named doesn't mean he engaged in hanky-panky, but it's just strange that how his name is mentioned and she's no longer alive, and she mentioned Prince Andrew. I think I may have a Prince Andrew card lying around somewhere. But yeah, it goes down all throughout society. All parts of the world, you see crazy people out there in these files. Okay? Here's another dude that it was weird with this guy. What's his name? Dershowitz, the lawyer that you see on TV all the time? Yeah, this is weird, right? With this dude. He was talking about him in his, underpants or something like that, and he got a massage? Let me look that up. Dershowitz massage Epstein files. I'm going to type this up, and I'm going to read what he exactly said. Dershowitz has consistently stated since the allegations surfaced, and this was Virginia Giuffre, once again, same lady that's no longer alive. He described that he had a massage from a middle-aged woman, maybe Russian, whatever, and he says, I kept my underwear on during the massage. I don't like massages particularly. Okay. And, Giuffre alleged that Epstein and Maxwell directed her to have hanky-panky with Dershowitz multiple times, that this guy is promoted, right? Even if you want to look at the sports card industry, hobby, whatever, we tend to see shady people promoted. Why are shady people promoted? Whether it's in our political world, our celebrity world, our sports card world. I mean, I've covered insane things over the past couple of years. Like, what's going on? Is this some sort of deep state infiltration of the hobby? These are questions you need to ask. Completely. If people are like, don't talk about it, you have no proof, blah, blah, blah. I'll talk about whatever I want on my channel. So don't wag the finger and tell me what I can or can't say. All right? But, like, what's up with these celebrities, The laptop from hell, right? From a couple years ago, right? This is weird. Hunter Biden. There's a Hunter Biden laptop card. No doubt about that. That's insane. This is Decision. This is a quite hilarious card, by the way. And, we have the, Billy Boy, Bill Clinton, went to the island multiple times. The current president has been alleged to have done things, and, there's war. I don't know what's going on with all of that. It just seems really strange. Really, really strange. And all the weird things happen in our political society. I mean, I'm still going to tie into sports cards in a few minutes and this hobby. And the reality is, this guy, Anthony Weiner, right? His laptop had some crazy things going on, right? They really didn't release that to the public. What was going on? What was going on? What was up with her too, right? What was up with, this lady, Huma? Remember all of that? Rumors of frazzle drip or whatever the hell was going on? You had crazy things going on with that, okay? If you think that the Epstein's files were crazy, or you just do a deeper dive. I saw this from this one jeweler dude in New York. I forgot his name. I shared it on Instagram. But you have this one guy, Harry Fish. He's talking about pizza and grape soda tomorrow for lunch all the time. Not once, not twice, multiple times. And then another email. Let's go for pizza and grape soda. This is what? April 6, 2018. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again. No one can understand. Like, what? Pizza's code word for disgusting things. And grape soda, like, dude, this is getting insane. Now, how do we tie it into this sports card hobby? Well, I've discussed this before. Fanatics. Who owns Fanatics? Jay-Z owns Fanatics. As I've mentioned, he was labeled in the Epstein files, right? Once again, innocent until proven guilty, but nobody has touched that. Jay-Z was listed in there, right? With Harvey Weinstein. Seemed uncomfortable when people were approaching him like a month ago. That was strange. Media covered it up for the most part. Zilch. Why is that? Right? And Cohen. Right? The guy from PSA, right? Once again, innocent until proven guilty, but like, what's going on? Like, was this guy infiltrating to this hobby? Like, this hedge fund guy, you know, this company got busted for insider trading, from what I gather. And he didn't know the SEC rules of insider trading. Some people will be like, hey, look, I don't agree with the insider trading rules, but those are the rules that we have, whether we like it or not. Okay? And he got busted. So I think some of his employees got busted. And now he was pictured in the Epstein files. And then, some kid was blacked out. Like, what's going on? What is happening in sports cards? What is happening in our society? You let me know. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.